What?
Have you heard?
Heard what?
The tea.
And then I found out weeks later. And I was like, you let me take a picture with this girl.
Yeah. Okay,
And
so
then you knew
my issue
I
with
was not
that
going to like it.
with that kind of stuff is that I okay, I have this hold up where my person like Merrick's my person, right?
Mhm.
I don't want anyone to know anything about him that I don't know. Okay, and
Mm.
and it's like a okay, it kind of becomes toxic sometimes. It'll be stuff that doesn't matter, but it makes me feel like you know my person better than I know my person, and I don't like that feeling.
Yeah, and
Do
you're
you know
just
what I
kind of
mean?
like, why wouldn't I know this? Well, just
Why
let me know before I find out from someone else.
or why and it, or why had how come this had never come
Never
up?
came up.
How
Yeah.
come you haven't told me that you and it'd be something like this didn't happen, but like I don't know, what if he like swam for 10 years of his life or something like competitive
Right.
swimming and all of a sudden someone's like, "Hey, remember when we took swim lessons?" And I'd be like, "I
I
didn't know you
actually have
ever took
a
swim
problem with
lessons."
that.
I don't like that. There's something about that I don't like. So whenever I like really dive deep and try to figure out how come that gets such an emotional reaction out of me, I think it's the same way like taking it I've taken a picture before with someone that I was with, had relations with, and I felt so stupid. I felt like they have something
What, you were just
between y'all
giggling over
two,
there, like by
something
yourself,
between
like
y'all
ha
two
ha
that
ha?
that that I don't have. Like I'm out of the loop and you guys
Ew.
get to like whisper and point and laugh at me.
That's how I felt. That's
Yeah,
exactly how I felt. I
that's
was
a
like,
real
because it
problem.
was her friend that was with her too.
I remember one time we were out with some friends and he was like, "Oh yeah, you guys ever just like sit on the porch and like before you know it, you've been sitting out there talking about something for a couple hours?" And literally,
Yeah.
this husband and wife were like, "No."
Okay.
I was like,
Y'all
"What
are
do they
boring.
do? Can you imagine? I
Y'all are
have so
boring.
much to say. I have
But
so
that's
many
also
stories
because,
to
you
tell."
know what? That's also because you both work. And so y'all aren't with each other all day long,
Oh yeah.
every single day. So you actually have something to talk about. And y'all have lives outside of work. Like, yeah, you go to work, but you have friends.
Mm-hmm.
You have other things, so it gives you something else
I don't
to
understand those relationships.
that don't have friends and don't have
No,
anything.
well, I don't understand how. Wait, how many times have I asked you? How do you talk to someone all day long? How do
Oh
you have
yeah,
anything
no.
to talk
I
about?
don't, and that's my problem.
I feel like Merrick and I like we like touch base throughout the day. Like he'll be like, "I love
Right.
you" or "I miss you," like once or twice throughout the day, and then the rest we wait to do and say all the things till
Yeah.
we get in person. Like, what is there? Even whenever he goes out of town, whenever he goes out of town, you're like, "Hey,
Well,
how was
yeah,
your
because
day?"
why am I blowing up your phone? I literally know you're out of town having a good time. Like that was like whenever I went to that concert with Ashley and I was talking to that girl and I was like, this would be a test right here.
Mm-hmm.
If you can, because I wasn't going to be able to be on the phone or talk because number one, I was driving
Mm-hmm.
and I was on aux and I hadn't hung out with her in forever. We're
Yeah.
also going on a trip. We're talking about the concert. So I was just like, this is a good test to see
Mm-hmm.
if you blow my phone up or not. And if you
Mm-hmm.
do, this is not going to work.
I think that people don't understand either. If you have like two talkers like you and I, there's
Mm-hmm.
not a whole lot of middle ground. I literally have to be like, hold on a second, let me answer. Like, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? There's not time to be on your phone because the conversation just keeps going and going and
Yeah.
going. And until you know it, it's a couple hours later and you're like, oops.
I'm not paying attention to it.
Yes, yes. Nor should I have to. That's toxic, in my
But
opinion.
I feel like, okay, I feel like that, I agree with that. And I feel like another problem though is people love to be like, they love to be shitty communicators and then they love to be like, well, I shouldn't have to talk to you all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hate when people do that. I hate when people try to manipulate me into thinking I'm in the wrong just because I
Mm-hmm.
want you to communicate better. Because you could have been like, hey, I'm going here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk to you when I leave,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or just let me know where you're going. That way, if I text you and you don't respond, I'm like, oh, okay, he said he was at this place. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you said you were going to stop and get gas and go to the grocery store. Okay, if I know you're not responding, it's because you're in the grocery store.
Right, right, right. Yes, I
You don't
agree.
have to tell me, oh, I'm going to go to the grocery store. I'm going to not be able to talk on my phone for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need that.
I told Merrick a long time ago that I used to use the word honest, like just be honest with me, like me trying to
Mm-mm.
explain why that
Mm-hmm.
like made me so upset that I
Well,
didn't
that
know
takes
stuff
you
about him.
answering.
Well, I'm
or
like,
asking the question for him to be
yes.
honest.
So, but I feel like I couldn't figure out the right word. So then I was like, okay, I need you to be forthcoming. I need you to tell me things without me having
Having
to
to ask,
ask.
exactly.
So we do like check-ins. I text him every time I leave the shop. I'm like, hey, on my way home, or
Mm-hmm.
I call him, or you know what I mean? Because there's like expectations of someone being like if you're safe or not, or what if something happened,
Right.
or that's how I think about stuff.
Right.
So whenever we're talking about,
We were talking about labels on like relationships and
yeah,
stuff.
but I got another one. Whenever
Okay.
we're talking about like how we want our partners to act on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about the opposite side of that? What
Oh,
about
like
like okay, like your TikTok is full of a lot of thirst traps.
right.
So what's the difference in if you were in a relationship and you not wanting your person to go like selfies and half naked women and this, that, and the other?
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference in you posting that content? Would you quit posting it if they had a problem with it?
If they communicated, they had a problem with it.
Okay, but someone's asked you, told you before they didn't like your TikTok. They didn't like to go your
No,
TikTok
they
page.
didn't like my TikTok because they were a girl and I made a TikTok about a man 2 years prior.
Like what we were talking about.
What?
Like what we were talking
What are
about.
we talking about?
Like if you're the first white woman that
Oh
some
yeah, yeah,
man
yeah,
is
yeah. Right, right,
dating,
right, right, right.
now she was insecure
Right. But the thing was, is I hadn't posted anything like related to that
in a
since
while.
then.
Right.
Like honestly, like since then, that was the last time I posted anything related to that. So I thought it wasn't fair because I thought she was just picking out little things to make
Mm-hmm.
it, because she had already questioned me and been like, "Are you just experimenting?" And then out of nowhere, you're 2 years into my TikTok scrolling down, and you're like, "Oh, she talked about a man here. Now I know she's." Girl, that was 2 years
Mm-hmm.
ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
how about you just ask me?
Right. Right. And it was situational. That was a whole. She was.
But now I will say this: if you don't communicate to me that you don't like it, and you're just over here crying about it and pouting about it, I'm gonna still do it. No, I'm just doing it to piss you off, actually.
Well, because
Because grow up. Literally,
and
just tell me, communicate with me.
not my responsibility to figure out what's going on with
That's
you.
why I'm saying I shouldn't have to.
Yeah,
If you, but
I
now
agree.
I agree though. If they were like, "Hey, I don't really like this," to a certain extent, because I feel like at the same time too, people have a big problem with dating women that are bad, and then as soon as a man's like, "Oh wow, she's beautiful," they're
Mm.
like, "Oh my god, you're cheating. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
god, you can't wear this. You can't post this. You can't do that."
Yeah, like they liked you whenever before they
Right
had you,
before, right.
and then
I
when
could
they
understand though, like videos of me where I'm lip syncing some kind of like a thirst trap. Like it's not necessarily a thirst. I'm not posting thirst traps in a sense of like posting my ass and stuff in the
no
mirror,
no
but I'm posting a sound that's
seductive.
yeah, like it's insinuating
Yeah, yeah,
something sexual or something like that. I can understand that. But if
yeah.
I'm just literally posting a cute video of myself to a song that has no like sexual anything or anything
Mm-hmm,
like that,
mm-hmm,
and you get mad because I posted it and someone commented hard eyes,
mm-hmm.
I think we have deeper problems.
What if okay, is there any time that people should just like people in relationships should just like use their discretion as far as like respect wise?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't feel like I should have to go to Merrick and be like, don't post any
Right, I
thirst
agree.
traps. I feel like so at what point is
Yeah, like
it
what stage?
you post your ass
Mm-hmm.
whether you're
Well, I'm not gonna do that if I'm dating somebody.
no, but someone does, whether you're in a bathing suit,
Okay.
whether you know what I mean? Whether you're I just want to know
Okay.
whether okay,
Yeah, that I
whether
think.
you got like booty shorts on and your butt cheeks are hanging out the back doesn't mean you didn't wear them out in public, like I get it. But at what point do you sort of like use your own discretion or do
To
you
be like,
wait
I
for your
shouldn't do
right,
this.
or do you wait for your partner to be like I don't like that?
Mm.
Because you just said I want you to come to me and say it, but I also at the
Well, I
same
think
point
wearing something is a little different too,
okay.
like what you're wearing. Because I personally, I think that if I'm in a relationship, I'm dating you, or my girlfriend, or my boyfriend, whatever, I'm not gonna wear the same clothes I was wearing when I was single,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because if we're gonna be real here, if I'm wearing a see-through dress,
Mm-hmm.
I am looking for an attention. I'm looking for a
Mm-hmm.
compliment. I'm looking to show off my body.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for someone to be like, damn, right? But if I'm in a relationship, I'm kind of like, I don't, you shouldn't
What a,
want to feel, I don't know, like,
I think it's a fine line. I have like a dress that's kind of like leopard see through. Do you know what I'm talking about? But it's like short.
I think it depends if that my partner's coming with me or not too.
Yes, yes. So I
'Cause I'm
wore
gonna wear
that.
whatever fuck I want if they're with me,
I wore that on a
honestly.
date, on like our anniversary date, and I also felt like at some point I felt very confident.
Yes,
I felt
exactly.
beautiful. I felt like I've worked hard for this body,
And
and
you're
so
also like walking around and they're like, damn, his bitch is bad. You know, see, that's why I said it. I think it depends on if you're with me or not. Now, if I'm going out with my friends and I'm in a see through cheetah print dress and some heels and I'm with just my friends,
Mhm. See, I feel like that's different though too, because girls always dress up more with a group of girls. Do you not like girls' trips? You're like bringing all your shit
yeah,
because now it's a dress up party. Now we're all doing the most. You're not worried about like, damn, am I gonna be outdressed my man by like 4 tiers? No, because you're with a whole bunch of girls and y'all all dress like.
yeah.
It's hard to,
I think it depends on the friends you're going out with too,
yeah,
though.
yeah, and kind of what their
Well, because what
situations
they're
are.
wearing though, because if I like, if you're going out with a group of friends, okay, if you're going out with a group of friends your age,
Hmm.
they're probably not wearing the same thing the group of people my age are wearing.
No.
You know,
Hmm.
that's two different. So then it depends there, because then it's
Hmm.
like, what am I gonna wear? Am I gonna wear business casual with a group of girls who are wearing street clothes, like
Hmm.
streetwear?
Hmm. Hmm.
No, probably not.
But I've always been the odd man out. I would still.
Right. I think I still would. I
Yeah.
like in my head
Yeah.
once I get into a relationship, like I don't feel like you would have to tell me that anymore
Right.
because I wouldn't want you to do it.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm just not gonna do
Right.
it because I don't want to deal with it at all.
Right.
But I can see in a sense of the social media, the things that I post or something like that, like TikToks and stuff that I just post that I think are funny or relatable.
Hmm.
Someone getting like mad about it, but you just I feel like yeah, you just have to communicate that because also
Hmm.
like I don't know, like if you have the same sense of humor as I do, you're gonna
Hmm.
think it's all funny and funny games,
Hmm.
but not everybody has that.
I think it also has to do with like what kind of attention you're getting. So
Mm-hmm.
you post stuff and it's majority men
Mm-hmm.
underneath your in your
Yeah.
comments and in your likes. If I post something, it's women
Mm-hmm.
in my comments and in my likes.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the difference? And that's been at any age, not just at my age now, but I've always had more women than men, more friends, not like women approach me like wanting a
And I've always
relationship,
had
but more
more
men.
men.
Yeah. So what is it about us, you know what I mean, that makes me unapproachable by men but approachable by women and you vice versa?
So I think what makes it that women like don't think that I'm like approachable
Mm-hmm.
is because they just because I have men in my comments, they think my life revolves around men, and they think I'm like one of those girls that like I don't care about the male attention. Like comment on my shit all day long. I'm not gonna lie, you're probably getting screenshotted and put in the close friends, and we're all laughing at you right now,
Mm-hmm.
right? But they just assume because I have male attention that that's what I care about, and
Mm-hmm.
so then they're like, oh, well, I'm not gonna talk to her because she's this kind of girl. Like, does that make sense?
Not a girl's girl?
Yeah,
Which, what even is a girl's girl at this point?
I'm only a girl's girl to girls. So like, once you cross a boundary,
It's over.
yep, I'm not a girl's girl. I can give a fuck about you.
I'm not a girl's girl according to what who Olandria or Shelley said. Who said a girl's girl is that you give
Shelly on
everyone.
that interview, yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I'm a girl's girl like she explained either, only because I've been done wrong entirely too many times by women. I saw a video because you asked me this. I don't remember if you asked me this on the podcast or not, but you asked me why. No, you asked me this in front of somebody you were cutting their hair.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was your dad, but for some reason I want to say it was your dad. You were cutting somebody's hair and you asked me why I can like communicate to you and I
Mm-hmm.
can't say my issues to other people
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. And I saw a TikTok the other day that I related to so heavily, and it was like I only confront my issues with people that I actually like want to continue to have a relationship with. Like at the end of the day, if me and her stop talking tomorrow, I don't know that I'd cry about it.
Mm-hmm.
But like if we stop talking tomorrow, unfortunately,
You know where I live?
yeah. I was actually like, unfortunately, you will wake up with me outside of your house. Like, be so for
We
I
gotta
will
figure
literally,
this
bro.
out.
I literally will go kidnap Elliot. Like, don't play with me. I will take her from school. I'd be like, come get her.
Go get her because now we have to talk about this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So like, I feel like I related to that because I was like, yeah, honestly, because the two people that I say stuff to you about, but I never say anything to them.
Mm-hmm.
I really couldn't say I'd be mad if we never were friends again
Yeah, I get that. I think that
because they don't do anything for me.
I have a friend. I had a friend. Last time we spoke, I want to say I can't remember if it was 2020 or 2021, and I sent her a Happy Mother's Day. Put this story in
I will.
there. I sent her a Happy Mother's Day text, and I never heard anything from her ever again. Never again.
Dang.
And um, she was like there when Elliot was born. She was one of my bridesmaids. Mm-hmm. Um,
I think about that often.
and then Merrick would ask me, like, what happened? Have you talked to her? And I'm like, no, no. What happened? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. And him and Elliot ran into her at Target whenever they were back to school shopping this year. First time since all this happened.
Oh no.
And she comes up to Merrick and Elliot, and
Mm-hmm.
she still slides up on his stories and will like heart things and and she asked how I was. She asked all this stuff. Yes, and Merrick comes home and tells me about it, and I'm literally like this, and he's like, doesn't bother you to not know? And I'm like, it. I have never felt less bothered because I know that I did nothing. So whatever
That's how I feel
happened,
with those two girls I was friends with.
it just feels so. I feel truly no way about it at all.
That's why, yeah, I
I'm
don't think
so
I would feel away. Like because at the end of the day, if I lost that person in my life, it wouldn't affect it positively or negatively.
mm,
Like it's not doing anything for me.
mm,
Like love them, cool, for this time of my life. But if you're not in it for, I don't know. I find it. I think the more people that tell me it's weird that she hangs out with so many people that don't like me,
mm,
the more I don't care anymore. Because every time someone brings up that she's friends with those people and they're like, you don't care about it, I'm just kind of like, no. Like,
yeah.
I mean, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to tell her to not be friends with them.
It's the same way that you and I have discussed, though. I can't imagine at this point in our friendship and beyond this, any one of my other friends talking shit about you to me. They would never
Mm-mm.
feel comfortable enough
Ever.
to talk about you to me.
I'll
Eh,
literally tie them to the back of my car.
actually, I usually drag them by their
Like,
two front teeth.
but the thing is they would never even try
Right.
it. They would
So
never
right.
in their life come
So
up to you
what
and be like,
happens?
I don't like
Yes.
Abby.
No. No.
Because they would know that
Because
that's
why are you telling me that?
right.
Because you see mine and Abby's relationship.
Mm-hmm.
What does that have to do with anything at
Yeah,
all
exactly.
right now? Also, like,
Exactly.
what did I do? Now I'm doing some self reflecting. What did I do in that moment to make you feel
You could say
comfortable
that.
enough to talk shit about someone that you know that I'm best friends with?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. What did I do to make you even? What did I to
Let me
open
check
that door?
myself. Let me check
Yeah.
myself for a minute. Because
Because what did I say? What did
yeah,
I do to
yeah,
let you think that was
yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah, nothing. No,
Yeah.
not
No, I
happening.
agree because that's weird to me.
Okay, speaking of, this could kind of wrap into why I hate feeling like an idiot. I don't know what kind of attachment style this is, but why I hate feeling like I'm out of the loop with my partner.
Okay. Explain.
Um, what I already talked about.
Oh, okay, 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 okay,
Like
okay,
someone knows
okay,
something
okay.
about him that I don't know. I feel
Right.
like, do you know anything about attachment styles? Do you know what you are?
Um, if I could be all of them, I would be. But if I had to choose one, I think I'm avoidant. Or is there an anxious avoidant?
Yes.
That 100%.
Okay, why?
I
Why
think
no?
I'm anxious avoidant because okay, actually, I think I was very anxious attachment probably 4 years ago.
Why? What changed?
what changed,
Mm-hmm.
shitty men happened. And then I soon became avoidant
Okay.
because I just like, I feel like I was an anxious attachment because I would like be like, oh my God, this is the best person ever.
Anxious, preoccupied attachment.
What is that?
Craves reassurance. Core belief I'm not enough, I might be abandoned.
See, then I don't really think I'm like
No, that's
anxious.
avoidant, dismissive attachment. Ooh.
That's me.
Values independence over intimacy. Core belief I can only rely on myself, closeness
Yeah,
is risky.
exactly.
So you're avoidant, dismissive attachment.
Because like as much as I like would want you to do something, I'd probably end up just doing it myself.
Okay.
Like that problem we had the other day where I
Yes.
was just like, I literally would rather just do it myself because I could actually, I can,
Yes.
but it's because so many people disappoint me in my lifetime
Mhm.
and have since I was literally a child that I literally have just learned to just do it yourself. If you do it yourself, 9 times out of 10, if you let somebody else do what you want, it's not going to be how you wanted it. And this was something I had to learn with social media with my business
Mm-hmm.
was that if I'm going to hire somebody for social media, I have to be able to understand that it doesn't matter how much money I pay or if I get the most famous of social media managers in
Mm-hmm.
the world. They're not going to do it exactly how my brain. They don't have my brain. They
Right.
literally can't see inside my brain.
Right.
As much as I explain to them my vision, they have their own brain. It doesn't mean that it's not good,
Unless
you
you
know?
have pictures of this is how I
Yes,
want it to
exactly what I
go.
want.
Yeah.
So I just
You don't
think
want to be disappointed.
I get disappointed a lot and I have very high expectations
Yes.
for myself as well though. And I
Yeah.
think that's where my problem is I have very high expectations for myself and everyone around me and every single thing.
But you expect yourself out of others is the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, all the time.
Right.
All the time.
Right.
And I feel like that's why I would say I was like anxious attachment when I was with certain people
Mm-hmm.
because I would be like I guess expecting myself out of them. I'd be like, okay, well, they have potential. I can see their potential. No, I just saw myself in that situation and saw what I would do in that situation and wanted them to do what I would do.
You're hoping that you can teach them
Yep.
to be like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think that
Very
the
dismissive then, I guess. Whatever that what was that called?
anxious dismissive attachment.
No, I don't think it was
No.
that.
Oh wait, this one. Avoidant dismissive attachment.
Okay. What is yours? What do you think yours is?
Now I feel like I'm pretty healthy,
Mm-hmm.
secure attachment. I feel like but it took even with Merrick and I, it took work to a lot of work to get there. Years like we joke about how our first 2 years were terrible and probably a good thing we got married so soon because
Mm-hmm.
it's harder to leave when you're married than to like break up.
Right. Yeah, you can end it faster.
Yeah, you both have to be like, all right, we got to figure this out because we're fucking married. I feel like, oh, I was gonna say too. I think that what I've noticed with you, at least in like friendship and like business ship
Mm-hmm.
wise, you're like extremely controlling,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that comes with the whole you've been let down so much, so let me just do it,
Mm-hmm.
and even if it's not very good, it's on you. Like you're
Right,
the one
it's
who,
my fault. Yeah,
right,
it's not
right,
I can't blame nobody else. Yeah.
right, right. But I feel like I have seen as you have grown even the past few years that if you trust someone, I feel like you trust me,
Mm-hmm.
then doing your hair used to kind of be a nightmare.
It still is low key, I'm not gonna lie. But I have way more.
I feel like, but you have way more trust in me
Mm-hmm.
because I've proved myself to you
Mm-hmm.
time and time again, and because I I think I'm pretty good about not really letting you like bully me in a
Mm-hmm.
sense into what you think should
What I
happen
want, yeah.
versus it's my I'm the expert
Well,
in
it's
this.
because I'm like, well, I value your opinion. So then when you stand on your opinion,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. But I can't. That's one thing too that will make me not trust you at all. Is if like
If you're
you can't
waffly
if like I say, hey, I don't want that. Do this, and it's not gonna
and I'm like,
be
all
right.
right.
I probably will never respect you
Yeah, yeah,
as a person.
yeah.
And so I think that makes me respect you more and trust you more
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, okay,
Mhm. I think that I feel like it took a lot for you to put the trust in the design of this hoodie.
oh yeah, for sure,
And
100%.
so I feel like even up until Friday, I keep reminding you I may not be an expert, but I'm
Hmm.
more of an expert than you are.
Yeah,
But I've done this more than you have. But I've done the research and all this, and I feel like it takes those little us having those little conversations that Chelsea was like, "You guys are like sisters," for us
right.
to be like, "Okay, let me."
But the reason she said that is because we're able to have those conversations.
To
We're
be like,
comfortable enough to be like,
love you, bye.
well, not even that. We're able to have those conversations and then not take up the whole day. And now we've like argued the whole day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, well, that seems ridiculous. I think before, whenever America and I first got together, my attachment style was probably fearful avoidant.
hmm,
Core belief: I want love, but I fear getting hurt.
yeah, I don't have that.
So I wait. How it develops often linked to childhood trauma, inconsistent caregiving or
Yeah,
situations the caregiver was both a source of comfort and fear. The child grows up confused about safety, love, and trust. I feel like that was my childhood.
I feel
I'm
like
not
I've
sure.
actually experienced all of them, if I'm going to be honest,
At some point,
through
I'm sure.
different points of my life. Like,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, like, I feel like I've definitely experienced fearful avoidant
Mm-hmm.
um, after my child's father was definitely like fearful avoidant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before my child's father was like anxious attachment, right? Like, I had never, my dad wasn't really a big part of my life. It wasn't like I was close to any male figure other than my
Anxious,
grandpa.
preoccupied attachment. I'm not enough. I might be abandoned.
Yeah, I feel like that was more
Mm.
so mine. Like, or it was more so I think I was just trying to prove like somebody actually wanted me. I was
That
like,
you were worth it.
right. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, okay. But now after the last man I talked to, I feel like I'm avoidant
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, I real deal thought that was like
It.
end game. Like, I thought that one was end game for sure, and it
The
was
one who would
not.
never make you a girlfriend?
Right, and I think the reason I like have done a lot of reflecting on this.
Okay,
The reason
okay.
I felt like it was in game was because I used to always compare it so much to like, wow, this feels like home, or this like is so comfortable to
Mm,
me because I relate so much to him. But what I wasn't realizing was what I was relating so much to was trauma,
mm,
like his trauma and my trauma. Were what we were bonding on, and then
mm,
we also got into a car wreck together a month into know each other, and almost died, and we're in the hospital together. So
that'll
there's
make
another
it.
traumatic, but I felt like everything that I related to him on and felt so connected with
Mm.
was our childhood trauma.
Who are you dating when you were 19?
19, that was the one I had anxious attachment. That was my call in college.
Someone said, or I saw a tweet
That was
on
bad.
X or
That was
whatever the other day,
bad.
and it said, "Why is a boyfriend you had at 19 the worst person you've ever known in your whole life?" And I thought, who was my boyfriend? And yeah, he was.
See, what's crazy is that one wasn't the worst person. Like, if we're talking about like now to this day, he's actually probably the best one out of all of them.
Mm,
Like, the only one that really like I could really respect for real,
mm.
like did something with his life. And the other two,
I know why you're.
okay,
I
tell
know
me.
why it's this one,
Tell me.
because that's the closest thing to a family that has
Yes.
ever cared
Yeah.
about each other that you've ever
Yeah.
known and had.
And I'm still friends with all those people to
Yeah.
this day.
So I feel like you weren't just losing him.
No, it was a whole
Yes,
ordeal.
you lost like basic your entire family, your
Right.
life, your little
I
your
spent so much
circle.
time with him.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
much time.
And because I feel like there's something that happens in that stage whenever you're a single mom with a kid and you're like, damn, these people really got me through some
No, they
shit.
did for sure.
Yeah.
Like, they would let me set up in my lash bed in their living room
Yeah.
and do lashes in there.
Yeah.
And they're watching my kid run around. Like, so it was more so and I still to this day have so much respect for everybody in that
Mm-hmm.
house. Like, every single person that was in that house,
Mm-hmm.
if they were to call me, I'd be like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So that's it. It's not
yeah.
just him. It's the
No,
whole
yeah. I was
situation.
gonna say because I still talk to them to this day, and I feel like I don't necessarily think about him when I talk to them.
Right.
I just think about those moments. Like,
Right.
it
That
was a great
time.
time
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll. I feel like that'll pass whenever you've had times that talk. Whenever you make your
Yeah.
own family.
Right.
When you know what I
Right.
mean. Whenever you
Yeah.
have your own people and your own like safe
Yeah.
space.
I agree. Did you see that TikTok I sent you?
Which one?
Oh,